Hey! Hi! How you doing? This is the Gamertron and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. So it's pretty much been confirmed at this point that Titanfall 2's next update will include the long-awaited return of the popular PvE game mode from the first Titanfall, Frontier Defense.
Hell, it's about time.
Indeed, StarCraft 2 meme. I've been eagerly awaiting the addition of Frontier Defense into Titanfall 2 since Titanfall 2's announcement back in early 2016. And now finally, after all this time, after many hints, after many teases, it's pretty much been confirmed that the next update, the next patch, the next free DLC addition to Titanfall 2 will be the glorious return of Frontier Defense in its whole new form in Titanfall 2. So let the hype for Frontier Defense in Titanfall 2 begin, eh? And so with this video right now, I want to speculate as well as confirm what we do and do not know so far about what Frontier Defense in Titanfall 2 will consist of. We'll separate this into two parts. First part, the obvious additions, the obvious inclusions, the obvious features we know will be in Frontier Defense when it launches. After we get through all the obvious stuff, we'll move on to the more obscure unknown stuff that we do not have confirmation on, whether or not it will be in Titanfall 2 Frontier Defense or not. Alright, so let's go with what we obviously know so far. Frontier Defense in Titanfall 2 will obviously have us defending a harvester, just like in the first game. We know this based off the teaser picture in the DLC roadmap. So the harvester, the thing we have to defend in Frontier Defense, is obviously coming back. Up next, of course, this is an obvious given, but all Titan types and all pilot abilities will be available for use in Titanfall 2's Frontier Defense. Now, that's an obvious no-duh right there, but really think about it. In Titanfall 1 Frontier Defense, we didn't have all these different types of Titans. We didn't have all these unique pilot abilities. So unlike in Titanfall 1, team composition is going to be more important than ever. What pilot ability you take and what Titan you take is going to have you play an important role in defending the Harvester. For instance, in terms of pilot abilities, if you take the AWOL pilot ability, you will essentially have to act as a mobile turret. So where you place your AWOL, so that you're on a good position on the map to mow down enemy minions and not get blasted by the occasional enemy Titan. As a pilot with the AWOL ability, where and when you use your AWOL, how many enemies amongst the hordes you'll be able to take out and control the movement of. Meanwhile, players who take the pilot abilities Grapple or Stim, you're going to be more objective focused, target focused, because with that extra boost to your movement and traversal around the environment, players who take those pilot abilities are essentially going to have the duty of getting to important objectives before everybody else, whether it be an enemy Titan that could severely hurt the Harvester, collecting batteries off enemy Titans to give to your and friendly Titans, or just immediately getting to engaging and slowing down priority enemy targets that could give the rest of your team a hard time. Meanwhile, on the Titan side of things, if you take the Scorched Titan, your main priority is going to be wiping hordes of minions while also controlling corridors and corners and large areas of effect to kill and slow down hordes of minions and enemy Titans. Meanwhile, players that take the Ronin Titan, due to Ronin's close quarters combat and greater speed when compared to the other Titans, is the ideal Titan for doing a similar job to the pilots that take Grapple and Stim, and that's quickly getting to important objectives and engaging important enemies early on. Finally, we have a Titan like Monarch, who will most likely play the role of a medic Titan, if they take that specific upgrade core ability, of course, providing shields to your ally Titans while also healing yourself. So even though it's pretty obvious that we're going to get all the pilot abilities and all the Titans from the get-go in Frontier Defense in Titanfall 2, the fact that we have all these different pilot abilities and all these different Titans means that Frontier Defense is going to have a completely different feel and tons of new tactics, strategies, and gameplay experience to have within the simple PvE horde mode. Team composition will be more important than ever. The next obvious no-duh inclusion that we know will be in Titanfall 2 Frontier Defense is that all the maps will be available and playable. And the reason I bring this up, because while we do have Titanfall 1 maps like Angel City, Colony, and War Games, which if you've played Titanfall 1 you have a good idea of where the Harvester's going to be, where to position yourself on the map to defend the Harvester, that sort of things. But Titanfall 2 maps, on the other hand, we have no clue where the Harvester's going to be, where the enemy spawns are going to be. So we're going to have a whole new learning experience rediscovering these maps in this PvE game mode. So I recommend, before Frontier Defense comes out, really study the Titanfall 2 maps. Try to guesstimate where you think the Harvester may be, what are the best ways to defend that position the Harvester may be at, and the possibilities of where enemy spawns may be coming from. Now, with the Titanfall 1 remastered maps in Titanfall 2, we have a good idea. We're somewhat pre-prepared in a sense. But how the hell will Frontier Defense handle on a map like Exoplanet, Crash Site, or Glitch? I still vividly remember in Titanfall 1 relearning the maps for Frontier Defense, because how I engaged in those maps in a PvP environment was completely turned on its head with having to defend a specific location and move back and from the enemy spawn points to the Harvester location, learning the fastest routes from A to B, and with Titanfall 2's new movement system and the pilot abilities, how we engage with and interact with these maps is more visceral and faster than ever. So basically, yeah, what I'm saying here is when Titanfall 2 Frontier Defense hits, get ready to relearn the Titanfall 2 maps all over again. Might be a good time to start pre-preparing now. Thank Respawn for private matches. Alright, so that was all the basic, no-duh, obvious stuff we can expect to see in Frontier Defense and Titanfall 2. Now, let's talk about what we don't know so far. First up, boosts. We have no idea whether or not boosts are going to make it into Titanfall 2 Frontier Defense. There's been rumors and speculations that boosts may be left out of it. Boosts are Titanfall 2's equivalent to burn cards in Titanfall 1, and burn cards in Titanfall 1 were extremely important in Frontier Defense, since they allowed you to make your weapons more powerful, automatically hack enemy Spectres by just walking near them, instantly call in a Titan. Burn cards could really save your ass in Frontier Defense in Titanfall 1. But again, rumors and speculation from data mining suggest that Frontier Defense may have a upgrade or purchase item system similar to, say, something like Killing Floor Survival or Call of Duty Survival, where the more enemies you kill, the more currency or points you gain, and you spend that currency and or points to buy useful upgrades and items. It's been rumored and speculated via data mining that Titanfall 2 may or may not have boosts present in Frontier Defense for Titanfall 2. And whether or not they are in the game mode is going to drastically affect how we approach it. You earn boosts by playing well, by playing the objective, by killing enemies, and you slowly build up your Titan meter and eventually you get your boost. If we have a points and currency system with a vendor station or something like that, then we're going to have to actively return to a certain part of the map to purchase like a turret, or amped weapons, or a battery. Whereas with boosts, you just kill enough enemies, fill up your meter, you get your boost on the fly. You get your amped weapons, you get your turret, you get a free battery on the fly. Really think about that, how drastic boosts will be whether or not they are included in Frontier Defense, and whether or not we will have this points and currency and vendor system to work with. So that is something we don't know about Frontier Defense, whether or not boosts will be included. Up next, we do not know if the special Titan variants from the first Titanfall's Frontier Defense will make a return. I'm talking about Arc Titans, Nuke Titans, Mortar Titans. Will they be making a return? Those special Titan variants in the first Titanfall's Frontier Defense were critical objectives and very dangerous opponents. As soon as those Titans were on the battlefield, they were the primary goal to kill, because of how much they could damage the Harvester and wipe your team. We do not have confirmation that Arc, Nuke, and Mortar Titans will be making a return. It has been rumored, however, just rumored, and I can't confirm whether this was data mined or not. I'm only getting these rumors from forums and Reddit, that Arcs, Nukes, and Mortars will return, and Arc Titans will be played as by Ronin Titans, Nuke Titans will be Scorches, and Mortars will be Tones. Again, no confirmation, no hard evidence, just rumors I found online. But yeah, we have no real confirmation that Arcs, Nukes, and Mortars will return, and I think those special Titan variants are what really made Frontier Defense, managing all these enemies, regular Titans, and those Titan variants. Going out of your way and working with your team, coordinating with your team to take out those extremely deadly threats. But hey, you know what? We already have the 7 base Titans in Titanfall 2, which are all very different from one another and play differently from one another. They alone will add a great deal of variety, but it would be even more variety if we had the 7 base Titans and those free important Titan variants from the first Titanfall's Frontier Defense. Again, we don't know, no confirmation whether they'll be there or not. Up next, in terms of things we have no clue about and no confirmation for Frontier Defense in Titanfall 2, will Suicide Spectres be making a return? For those of you who played Titanfall 1's Frontier Defense, you know all about them damn Suicide Spectres, one of the biggest annoyances, while at the same time one of the most terrifying enemies on the battlefield. Just these pissed off, angry orange robots that just sprint towards you and do ridiculous amounts of damage to your Titans, the Harvester, and instantly killing you. We don't know if Suicide Spectres will be making a return in Frontier Defense in Titanfall 2, or if they'll be replaced with the suicidal explosive ticks from the single-player campaign. The ticks in Titanfall 2's campaign, for me at least, serve as an obvious replacement for the Suicide Spectres. I can easily see them working as a replacement. And like the unique Titan variant, Suicide Spectres, an explosive kamikaze-esque enemy, was also an important and memorable factor in the Frontier Defense of the first game. Again, we have no confirmation, no information, this is just something to speculate about. So what do you think? Do you think Suicide Spectres will make a return? Will they be replaced by ticks? Will there be any explosive kamikaze-esque enemies whatsoever? We have to wait and see, but what are your thoughts? And finally, what I consider to be the most important aspect that has not been revealed or confirmed or given any information of whatsoever about Frontier Defense in Titanfall 2, how are we going to earn experience from it? Because in Titanfall 2 PvP, you can only level up your pilot weapons through killing other pilots. Are you going to be able to level up your weapons whatsoever in Frontier Defense in Titanfall 2? I suspect we'll still be able to level up our Titans as we gain merits and level up points for just getting our core ability on our Titan and calling our Titan in. And in the Bounty Hunt game mode, when you kill an AI Titan, specifically the Bounty Titan, it does level up and progress your Titan level. So I suspect we'll still be able to level up our Titans in Frontier Defense, but how will we be able to level up our weapons, if at all? Will winning a match in Frontier Defense count towards leveling up and progressing in whatever faction we are aligned to? This is actually a really important aspect and feature that I think Respawn should address as soon as possible when it comes to Frontier Defense in Titanfall 2. Because while I have no doubt that Frontier Defense in Titanfall 2 will be a blast to play, it's Titanfall 2, it's a blast to play already, but removing or not having that element of progression in your PvE game mode may turn off players, and may have more players sticking with PvP because they can actually level up and progress in the PvP, turning off people from the PvE provided by Frontier Defense. So this is just my personal opinion, just my personal perspective, but one thing that Respawn needs to address right away is how do we level up and progress in Frontier Defense? What are the rewards for winning a match of Frontier Defense? Personally, I think an excellent incentive for beating a match of Frontier Defense would be perhaps a free advocate gift, the chance to take a spin at RNG, and perhaps earn a new pilot, weapon, or Titan skin? Ooh, that's a hell of an incentive. However, this is where all our speculation and the video itself must come to an end. I've gone over the obvious things and the not so obvious things that we do and do not know about Titanfall 2's Frontier Defense game mode so far. No matter what, however, I am super excited to finally play Frontier Defense in Titanfall 2. I've been waiting, quite frankly, over a year for this. I expected this to launch with the game. But hey, the wait will be worth it. So, what are your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the upcoming Frontier Defense for Titanfall 2? What do you think about all the topics addressed in this video? Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the comment section down below. I love reading comments. To get nearly enough comments, please leave a comment. If you want to help out and support this video, then please share it on social media, Twitter, and Facebook. If you like the video in any way, shape, or form, please be sure to hit the like button. And if you want to help out and support me directly, well, there's always Patreon. Anyways, guys, that's been a video, and I'll see you all later.